Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how to integrate Spring application with a MySQL using Hibernate. Okay. So in this example, I'm using Spring Tool Suite. Of course, you can use the Eclipse, any version, and you can go for the Cloud9 also. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to create a project. Just go to the file menu, select new option, and I'm going to select here the Spring Starter project. And here I'm going to give some project name. Yes, I'm going to give the same thing here, Spring hyphen MySQL. Yes, you can give any name. Just I'm going to give here the project name is Spring hyphen MySQL. And after that, if you want to change here the group ID, yes, you can change here the my group ID is com.spring. And here you can see the package name is com.spring, or you can use com.spring.hibernate, something. The package name is also your wish. Okay. And I'm going to select here the Maven project. Yes, Java version is something, the 11 I'm using. So just next, click next button. And here we need to select three things. One thing is MySQL driver. One more thing is JPA as well as the Spring web application. So by default here, maybe you cannot see that three things here. What exactly we need to do is we need to search here web, then automatically here you can find out the Spring web. Okay. So just to select here the Spring web. And after that, if you want to select the MySQL, just type here the MySQL. Yes, you can select here the MySQL driver. And the next one is JPA. So just I'm going to type here the JPA. Yes, here you can see the JPA. Just select the JPA. Okay, these three things we need to select if you want to integrate your Spring application with MySQL. So just click on the next, and after that, just to click on finish. And here it is loading. So this is completely dependent on internet speed only. Yes, almost done. And left side you can find out the project. Yes, first of all, open the pom XML file, and here you can check the list of dependencies here. See here we got the JPA dependency, Spring Web dependency, and after that we got the MySQL also, right? So that's it, very simple things. Here we got the libraries, right? Then no need of this form file. Just I'm going to create here within the SRC main Java. Let me create here one entity. So but before that, I'm going to create here some package, and the package name is entity. And within this package, I'm going to create a class, and the class name is, let's take here employee. And within this employee, I'm going to create some variables. Let's take here the variables like private int employee ID. Same thing, I'm going to take here employee name, that is string type of data. And after that, I'm going to take here, let's take here salary. So salary, I hope we can take here double or float, right? That's it. Now after that, just to create the setter methods and getter methods, just right click here, go to the properties. Okay, so go to the source option, and here you can find out the setter methods and the getter method. Just click on that. And after that, select all these fields, just and click on the generate link. See here we got getter methods as well as setter methods for all these three variables. The second step is we need to add two annotations. The first annotation is entity annotation, which will represent the table name. So just before your class name, you need to add this annotation. Just to say, oh, uh, just I'm going to write here entity. Yes, and that is present in Java expert persistent package. And one more thing here we need to specify, that is ID. Okay, so these two things we need to specify. So here very simple, entity represents the just a table name, and the ID represents the primary key. So in entity, like in employee class, EID is the primary column. That is what we are going to specify here. And in case if you want to take your own table name, just very simple, just we can use here at the rate table. And after that, name is equals to whatever the table name you want to create, just you can give that name also. Okay. But in this situation, I'm happy with the employee name. Yes, fine. Sorry. So now my entity class is done. Okay. So in a very second step, a very simple step, just go to the SRC main resources folder, and here you can find out the application.properties file. And here you need to give the database details. Just like I'm going to copy from the notepad, just already created this one. No, don't worry. So here first we need to give the URL, username, password. Okay. So MySQL, okay, in my system already I have installed MySQL, and the port number is 3306, and this is the database name. So in my system I have database like a bank, and the username is root, and the password also entered actually root while installing MySQL software. So after that, here while running your program, it will show you the SQL query. So that's why I'm going to give here the SQL true, show SQL true. Okay. And this is in case if you provide here update DDL auto update, then first of all it will check whether the table is already existing in this database or not. Okay. So if the database means if in this database if the table is already available, then it will not create the new table. If the table is not exist, then it will create the new table. So that's why I'm going to give here DDL auto equals to update. And after that, I'm going to provide here the MySQL dilate also. So this is what you need to enter within the application.properties file. That's it. So very simple. Just after that, just I'm going to open MySQL in my system, and I'm going to enter the password, and the database name is what? Use bank, right? Let's take here. And if you check here, list of tables, yes, I hope there is no employee table. Okay, we have employee table. Just I'm going to drop the table first of all, drop table. So now once again, if you check, there is no employee table in this, right? Let's see here. So now just I'm going to run this project. Just I'm going to run this project. I hope you know how to run this project, right? Very simple. Just right click on your project, go to the run as option, and here we need to select the Spring Boot app. Already I have executed that one, and here you can see the first command is it is creating the table, right? It is creating the table because the table is not present in your MySQL. So now here you can check here once again the show tables. Yes, we got the employee table. So if you want to read, check that structure, just we can give the DESE and the table name, and you can see the list of columns we created, EID, ENAME, as well as salary, right? So in this way, we can integrate the Spring application with MySQL. Very simple steps. I have created a very simple entity. After that, I have added these MySQL details. That's it. We need to provide a very important thing is the database name, username, password. That's it. Okay. So now in next video, we will see how to store the data into the database and how to delete, how to retrieve the data from database using Spring Boot. Okay. So anyway, thank you. Bye everyone.